All right, let's do a little SIP trunking here. We're going to import a number, grab it from Twilio. I just created this Twilio account maybe less than a week ago, just to kind of go through everything in the process alongside you. I have one number in there. I'm awaiting some verification on Twilio. I will tell you on anything SIP trunking, if there are errors on outbound, if there are errors on inbound, that's going to be inside Twilio. Reach out to Twilio support. There's actually literally nothing we can do about it. So reach out to Twilio support. For example, the info that's stored is a way to configure the packet, and it's up to the telephony system to decide if it goes through or not. So any errors on outbound or inbound calling with an SIP trunk, check out your Twilio. You'll get all the information from there. Sometimes it's just verification. Sometimes you need to enable some countries and things like that. So let's go through it here together. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is my Twilio account, brand new Twilio account. Let's go create an SIP trunk. So we're going to go to explore more products. And then you'll have this list of things down the side here. You're going to go to Super Network. And then right here, you should see Elastic SIP trunking. All right. Now, if you don't have one, you'll have a thing that says create one. If you already have some, you can just press this here. Either one, we're just going to create a new trunk. All right. And I'm just going to call this new trunk for importing numbers. You can name it whatever you like. Okay. So a couple things we need to do here. So we need to set up our termination, our origination, and just some general information here. And the way that those things correlate for triage, because it's going to be on the Twilio side, termination is for outbound, origination is for inbound. Okay? So let's go in here and let's start with some general settings. Okay? So we're going to enable call recording, enable call transfer, and then you can set whatever you like here. This is just about all you need to do here, right? Super easy. Now, what we do need to do is head over to termination. So you'll see all these over here. This is for outbound. This is how outbound will work. So you need to create a termination URI. This is basically just a URL that you're creating that says where is this thing located. It needs to be unique, and it can be whatever you'd like it to be. Like even for this test, importing numbers into the system. There you go. All right, it's available. We're good to go. Now, we're not done yet. We need a way for us to be able to access it, right? If you do the credentials list, that requires us to have your login and things like that. It's not super fun, so we're going to do IP access control list here, right? So we just need to add two. That's all we need to do. So we're going to create new access control list. All right, you can just copy and paste this over from the doc exactly as it is. No need to get fancy with it. All right, so default ACL1 0.0.0.01. That's our first one, and then we need a second one for access, right? Default ACL2, and then 128.0.0.0 to 1. Right? And then we need to make sure we save this. So let's go ahead and save this. It is active. Now, for regional things, international, depending on where you're calling, depending on where you're going to do it, you may need to check Twilio to get authentication for those countries and do whatever regulation, compliance stuff that they have. That is a thing. They will give you an error. Again, reach out to Twilio support. They should be able to guide you in the right direction. But this is done. This sets up our outbound calling. Now let's go to origination, which is going to be our inbound calling. And then all you need to do is copy and paste this URL here, or URI. So we'll have an origination URI. Again, change nothing. Save that. All right, good to go. And we're good. So that's inbound there. Outbound, inbound. All right. Now, super new stuff. I still have regulation I need to do, but I already have a number in here, which is awesome. So I'm going to add an existing number. I'm going to take it and I'm going to add it to this trunk that I'm in here now, this one that we just created, this new trunk for importing numbers. And now I'm going to come over here to the dashboard where we can import numbers. I'm going to click on that. All right. So I need to input really just two things, which is the number in raw format. So that's like raw format, not any of the parentheses or anything. It's not raw format, won't work too well for you. It's going to be this one right here. So this raw formatted number, we'll put that right there. And then it's going to ask for a termination URI. Okay. We created that in termination. So it's going to be this.pstn.twilio.com. You'll just take that and you'll paste it over in here. I already have one in here, but this is what it should look like. This is what the number should look like. And let's go ahead and import that number. Okay. Our number is now in the system. We can see it with custom telephony. And let's go ahead and add an assistant in here. I'll use the call center. This one right here. All right. So we have this number. You see it's updated on this one. All right. Now making a call from this one. So I'm going to go ahead and open up GoHighLevel in another tab here just so we can have the ID. And time to make an outbound call. So I'm just going to go to automation. I'm going to create a new workflow just for this. Imported number, outbound calling, Twilio. And I'm just going to add the workflow action, make AI call. Okay. And then the ID that has the phone number on it. I'm going to take here. I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to save that, publish it, and good to go. I think I have my phone on me. Let me make sure. This phone's dead. Let me see if I have another one real quick. Okay, both phones are dead. Give me 1 second. Let me plug this up and we'll continue. Okay, so my phone is charged and we're good to go. So this is saved. We have our assistant ID in there. Okay, let's go ahead and make a call here. Let me go to my contact real quick. Okay, so let's make an outbound call to that workflow we just created right here. And let's add this in here. We have a call from our imported number. It's a call from 863-264-5605, which is our imported Twilio number. All right, good to go. Hello?
Good to go. How can I assist you today, Jordan?
Great. Okay, and then the same thing on the inbound call. So if I call the number back, do that real quick.
Hello, Jordan. This is your name from your company. How are you?
So right there is the imported number. Good to go. All right. Here's a quick debugging guide. I'll give you everything you need to know to fix anything that may come up. Go to your telephony provider. I'm so serious. There's zero control we have there, right? We send a request and it's really up to them if they accept it or not. And so anything that is like if you're getting an error on outbound calling or inbound calling, it is 100% going to be in your telephony provider and they will have logs in there. Some of the logs are a tad deceptive, I will say, after debugging a few myself. Like for example, I had one on mine that turned out I just needed to verify who I was. And then now even one on trying to buy numbers, I have to verify who my business is. And Twilio sends you these emails that are like super discreet and some here, there stuff. So check with them, reach out to their support, and you should be good to go. You saw it here live. We went through the entire process together. The document will be below with all the things you need to copy. And that's really all you need to do. Make sure when you import it, the number is in complete raw format. And then your SIP trunk is in there with the name, .pstn.twilio.com, and you should be good to go. So there's SIP trunking.